Shake it, hey. Shout out to Davido for that one, and that was Electricity, and Feels killed it. I hope you guys have been enjoying the music videos we'll be giving you guys, because
We've been
the first
rocking.
one was Timaya and then Feels. Willis will be giving the Willis, and that was a very, very lovely video, and so colorful and groovy,
So
and it's like dance hall
colorful.
vibe ish, and it's just
I love it. I
Nigerians are
love
good
it.
with music.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the industry has grown a lot, and I like that a lot of the artists are getting better returns for their hard
Yeah,
work
they
now.
are.
Because
Yeah.
back in the day, the Nigerian artists from the 80s and the 90s, they put in so much work, but I don't think they got the financial rewards quite
Oh
as these
yeah.
guys right now are doing
No.
it. So hey, man, happy for them.
Niger to the world. You can now join the conversation by calling in on 09098408408. Let's know what you have to say about our discussions today. Now, on our next story, Wendy Shay has a message for her colleagues and Ghanaian music industry players who have been comparing Ghanaian musicians to Nigerian musicians. A few days ago, Wendy first said Nigerian artists must be praised for driving attention to Africa through music. Ghanaian artists should thank Nigerian artists for bringing the world's attention to Africa through Afrobeats. Ghana, wake up, she said in a tweet, which was shared 2 days ago. Now, her comment has stirred a debate, and finally responding, Wendy Shay took to her Twitter page to tell her fellow musicians to be humble and learn from Nigerians. And that's on period. Because, come on. Okay, I know, yeah, that Ghana and Nigeria, yeah, we have a very rich musical history.
Right.
Yeah, and we've both been dropping some very, very exclusive hits and all. But right now, in this century, in this generation, in this year, right now, in this moment,
I need to just spray you green, white, green right now.
Nigeria is the one setting up Africa on the top of the world musically. Because if you want to look at awards or features or collaborate or top songs, look at all music platforms, Spotify,
Right.
Apple Play, like all the top ones. If you want to look at the African songs that have been green, white, green, green, white, green, all the way. I actually stand with her on this.
It's a beautiful thing for her to say, but I'm sure she expected she was going to get a lot of backlash from her Ghanaian family, friends, and there's this rivalry that Nigeria and Ghana have. It's cute. It's like sibling rivalry. Like they can't stand each other.
Ghana must go there.
Exactly, but they love each other. They can't stand each other. They love each other. They want to punch. They want to hug. So I think it's cute. Shatta Wale is not going to be very pleased with Wendy Shay for what she said, but she's not lying. But we also have to look at the origin of Afrobeats, though. When it was the sound that Fela had brought, it was heavily influenced by the music from Ghana. So in a way, we can say, well, there is a lot of the Ghanaian fusion sound in the Nigerian
But they didn't
industry.
take it to the level where it is now.
They didn't. Maybe because they didn't have the numbers. They didn't perhaps have the setup.
The artists.
Yes. So the Nigerians definitely are winning on those notes. And I'm sure Wendy Shay, I don't know, we might be seeing Wendy Shay in a few collaborations with some Nigerian artists.
Yeah, she has to. And if you want to even mention Ghanaian artists, like, do you know any, like two popular ones? Like, okay,
Well, there's
let's say
Shatta Wale, and there's
Wow, we have to think so long. Can you see? But you ask them, just mention 3 Nigerian artists. They'll be like Davido, Burna Boy,
Oh my
Wizkid,
days.
CK. Like,
Wow.
it's there's nothing to even compare there.
Wait,
Because
I have to know
if you-
some. I have to. I'm trying to see. Wait. What's the
I
name of
just-
the Azonto guy?
I know Sarkodie,
Sarkodie and the antenna guy.
Fuse ODG.
Fuse ODG.
Yeah.
Okay, there are
So,
some, but maybe they're not just as consistent. Like they put out
Probably.
some good music and then they rest for a bit.
Yeah,
I
so
guess.
so much love for Nigerian artists that are setting up Africa on the global limelight. Like, big ups to us. We deserve these flowers and recognition. Yes, we deserve it.
Green, white, green. +234.
Yeah, Shatta Wale is excited as Sarkodie has chosen violence to address Ghanaian radio presenters. According to Sarkodie, he doesn't understand why radio presenters who have been on the local scene for decades would criticize musicians for not penetrating territories. The comment has since sparked controversy and backlash as some radio presenters say Sarkodie's utterance is disrespectful. Meanwhile, Shatta Wale is rather giving Sarkodie his backing. Okay, wow. This is some Ghana drama.
I know, Ghana drama. Well, hey, they are cousins, so we'll talk about their drama. You know, it's a family feud at this point. But, I mean, I'm a radio presenter. And when you're a radio presenter, you have to ask those questions that people are not comfortable with answering. If you're asking questions that people always want to answer, then you're probably not doing something right. Get people on their feet just a little. And so, I mean, that's their job. You're not going to have
these things,
and say what they want you to say and be who, because they're speaking for the audience. So if they're asking these things, it's probably because the audience wants to know. So they're going to ask you, why aren't you doing this? Or have you done this? That, I think, should be seen as inspiration or motivation to do more, right? Sometimes there could be some shade here and there, but hey, when you catch the shade, throw it right back in your response, and then get the territories that they're advising you to conquer. So I can't really blame them much for that. They're doing their jobs. But then, of course, delivery is also very important. Yeah, it's an art to know how to, and to be fair,
don't touch the wrong nerve.
Ghanaian TV and radio presenters, they are blunt. I'm sorry, they don't really care about anyone's feelings. Sometimes the things they say, I'm like, whoa, that would not work here.
Because we have very sensitive people that would not take that lightly. So it's just, anyways, Sarkodie should stick to his whatever point he's trying to make.
And do something after Azonto.
No, Sarkodie didn't stick. Azonto is Fuse.
No, Sarkodie, really?
He did Azonto.
Fuse did the antenna song, and then there was the Azonto dance. But the Azonto, I think that was Sarkodie.
No, it wasn't.
Really?
Sarkodie is a rapper. He's not really.
Okay. Which means I can't remember who the original Azonto person is. Okay. Sorry, Ghana.
What we're saying. Moving on, Oprah Winfrey is hopeful that Queen Elizabeth's recent passing will bring the Duke and Duchess of Sussex closer to the rest of the royal family, as relations between Harry and his father, King Charles, and brother Prince William are said to have been particularly strained. Oprah hopes it was the first step in bringing the whole family back together again. The comment was made by the 68-year-old media mogul after her tell-all interview with the couple, who stepped away from official duties to start a new life in the United States in 2020. Over the weekend, the pair joined the Prince and Princess of Wales in meeting members of the public outside Windsor Castle, who had come to pay their respects to the Queen following her death. Now, I stand Meghan and Harry because they are the rebels, and they do not take these lay-down rules from generation to generation, like trying to hold them back, and then, they don't take anything they're not comfortable with. They just go out of it.
And that's what it should be.
Yeah, so now that, may her soul rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth has passed, and, you know, it's going to, like, have to bring all members of the royal family back for them to prepare the whole rites and everything. So, with what Oprah is saying here, she hopes it will, you know, bond them back. Williams and Harry.
Oprah.
I don't know if that might work. Unless they're going to change, or would they consent to what Harry and Meghan are not in support of? Would they? Because it's not just the Queen's person that could open doors for. Are they ready to be flexible? Yeah, with all these laws and all.
So when it comes to Oprah, she's a very talented woman. She's very successful. She's an inspiration. There's a lot I've learned from Oprah, but I find Oprah to be an opportunist. Oprah, looks for people who are in some form of distress, and it's all about ratings for Oprah. We've seen this happen from the 80s with Michael Jackson. Oprah had an interview with Michael Jackson. It was a very strange interview. She asked some very personal questions that were inappropriate, and it didn't look good in Michael's favor. And then when Michael died, just a few months later, she's back at the family estate talking to his children. These are children that Michael had hidden from the world. The first time we actually saw their faces was when he died, when his daughter and the sons came on stage. That was the first time we saw their faces. And then just a few minutes later, Oprah was back on there with cameras trying to talk to these young children that were traumatized. They had to deal with their father dying, and then realizing all of a sudden that their father was the biggest star in the world.
Yeah.
So definitely they would have felt some kind of betrayal from their dad. Like, how are you this big and we didn't even know? And now again, Meghan and Harry being in a very uncomfortable situation with the royal family. Oprah once again was there with the cameras to capture the moment and be the one to ask those questions. So that's why I think she's an opportunist. But I feel like at the end of the day, sometimes they say don't shoot the messenger, take the message. She's raised the point, and it's possible because sometimes we hear of feuding families, and then on the deathbed, all the children will come back to each other, and there's a reconciliation. Yes. So, but Oprah probably has some information that we don't know because she seems to have a relationship with Meghan and Harry, right? So maybe they've disclosed some things to her that would make her feel that it's possible for everyone to come back together.
Because of the Queen's death, like. Does that mean that the Queen was the one doing something that was making them...
My dear,
lots of question marks everywhere. So we can't really say.
We don't know, but it's possible that there is some information. And when King Charles, I have to get used to that. So King Charles said, we love Harry and Meghan and we support them as they're building a family abroad. I think if the Queen had said something like that directly from her lips when she was alive, saying we support Harry and Meghan and their decision to move to the US, maybe the media in the UK wouldn't have been so brutal with Meghan particularly. So she never really once came out and supported them publicly. So if she had done that, because imagine, they say it's drinking Panadol for someone's headache. The media are like, oh, they're disrespecting the royal family. If she came out and said, these are my grandchildren and we are all fine, everybody would have taken a back seat. But because she didn't say anything, you know what they say, that silence could be a form of consent. So because she didn't say anything. Exactly. So I don't know. Hopefully, King Charles will want to make amends and they can be family again, but from the other side of the world. After all, almost everyone has family members living across the world. They don't see each other every day, but, we're good. When we see, we see.
I just feel like Harry and Meghan, they wouldn't still confirm if the royal family is not ready to, agree to whatever terms they want. So kudos to them. I hope they're able to bond and, make the family back together. Moving back to Africa, Speed Darlington has lamented over the unfair treatment he suffers at the hands of Nigerian artists. The abroad-based musician stated that Nigerian artists are always copying from him to stay relevant, adding that because he stays in America, anything he drops, they swoop in and take as theirs. According to Speed, his colleague Patoranking began using Nancy Sime in his video because he, Speed, had shown interest in her. He stated that he had posted pictures of her on his social media pages, gushing over her, and Patoranking, who didn't find her attractive before, began fawning over her. Okay, this is I don't want to say it's obsessive, but then... Why is it an issue that someone else is using your crush in their music video? Like, why are you so sensitive? Speed, this is Speed though.
I think Speedy Darlington is trying to get some attention because this doesn't even make sense in any way, shape or form. Like, Nancy Sime is gorgeous. And if someone wants to use her in the video, why not? And he says that Nigerian artists are copying from him. Really? I don't know who would be copying from Mr. Darlington, though. I haven't seen it. He
has some really controversial or trending videos that he makes that they're just really, really captivating and funny that you want to just imitate him in some form, just to, entice or like add in your content. And I think he's taking note of these things, but then you're not tagging him as the original creator of those things.
So other artists have done this as well?
Yeah, there are people that have actually done that. It's just comedic content.
Okay.
That's something that he's very good
Yeah,
at.
because I see him more as a comedian or a skit maker than an artist, to be honest. I wouldn't see...
He has songs, yeah.
Girl, are you dancing to his songs? Probably not.
But then...
But I mean, I wonder what Nancy Sime thinks about this. If I was Nancy, I'd be a bit worried. She'd be flattered?
She'd just be like... Another story of two guys ranting over one girl, all this high school drama.
Some people might be concerned, like, why is this guy acting like he knows me and I promised him something and he's upset that I'm in another person's video? Might be time to get security.
Come on, Nancy is chill. I think she'll just lap over the whole thing. She's chill.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Speedy is funny, though, have to admit.
But then Patoranking, I think he has a baby mama, yeah. So spirituality shouldn't even be seeing this whole Nancy story as something very, very deep. It's not that deep. So
Yeah.
it's something that he has someone already. So if his crush is Nancy Sime, that's
Right.
spirituality. He should take his move now. Don't just be I'm crushing on you from a distance. You know,
Oh,
what
Nancy
have you
and
done
Mr.
about
Darlington.
it?
They'll look cute together, though.
No, 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 I don't know about that. Anyways, this is where we draw the curtain today. But thanks for watching as always. Remember, you can join the conversation on social media with the hashtag TEATIME. And remember, you can catch up on our previous episodes, including this very one, and all our exclusive content by subscribing to our YouTube channel at PlusTvAfrica Lifestyle. You can also watch TEATIME on R2 TV and in London on Ben Television and StarTimes Channel 308. A big thank you goes to my co-anchor, ZB.
Thank you,
Thanks for doing this
Antonia.
with me. And of course, the entire production team. Thank you for watching Plus TV Africa's TEATIME. My name is Antonia Oshley. Peace out.